everyone. Welcome back to Talk Ema. Do you understand English but feel nervous when someone asks you a question? Today we'll change that together with easy, real conversations.
Hi, Emma. That's exactly how I feel. I often understand the question, but I can't answer quickly. My mind goes blank, I get nervous, and I forget simple words.
You're not alone, Jack. Many English learners feel the same way. The good news is that answering questions is a skill set, and every skill gets better with practice. Lah.
That makes me feel better already. I really want to answer naturally without translating every sentence in my head before I speak.
You can do it. Today we'll practice simple questions that people ask every day at restaurants, works, schools, while traveling, and when meeting new people.
I'm excited to start. I know I might make mistakes, but I'm ready to learn because every conversation helps me become more confident.
Wonderful! Everyone listening, relax and speak with us. Listen carefully, repeat the answers, and don't worry about being perfect. Just enjoy the practice.
I'm ready, Emma. I'll answer your questions naturally, and if I make a mistake, I'll simply try again because that's how real learning happens.
Perfect. Let's begin with something easy. Don't think too much. Just answer, sir, like you're talking to a friend. First question. What's your name?
My name is Jack. That one was easy. Simple questions make me feel much more comfortable, and I think I'm ready for the next one. La.
Great job. Here's the next question. Where are you from? Take your time and answer with a full sentence if you can.
I'm from Turkey. At first, I almost forgot the word am, but now I remember that saying I'm from Turkey sounds correct and natural.
Excellent. Small corrections make a big difference. Now answer this one. How old are you? Listen carefully and use the correct verb.
I'm 25 years old. I used to say I have 25 years, but now I know English uses am, not have, for age.
Perfect. You're improving already. Now, here's another common question. What do you do? This means, what's your job? Or what do you study?
Thanks for explaining. I'm a university student, and I study engineering. Now I understand the question, and I can answer it with confidence.
Fantastic. See how quickly you improved? First, you weren't sure, but after a little practice, your answers became clear, natural, and much more confident.
You're right, Emma. I feel much better now because I didn't give up. Every mistake taught me something new, and that makes me want to keep practicing.
That's exactly the right attitude. Mistakes mean you're learning, so never be afraid of them. Every conversation is another chance to improve your English.
Thank you, Emma. I'm ready for the next challenge. Let's practice some real-life situations because I want to use English confidently every single day.
Great! Let's practice ordering food. Imagine I'm your server. I smile and ask, "Are you ready to order?" Just answer naturally without worrying too much.
Yes, I'd like a pizza, please. I remembered that I'd like sounds kinder than I want, and it makes my English feel more polite. Lah!
Excellent. Now I ask, what size would you like? Small, medium, or large? Listen carefully and choose the size you want with a short, clear answer.
Medium, please. And can I have a cola, too? I think that's a simple and polite way to order food at almost any restaurant.
Perfect. Your order will be ready in about 15 minutes. See? You just finished a real restaurant conversation using easy English that people use every day.
That felt much easier than I expected. I think I can order food in English now without feeling scared or confused when the waiter asks questions.
Now let's talk like friends. Imagine I call you after a long time and ask, "Hi, Jack. How have you been? What have you been doing lately?
I've been doing well, thanks. I've been studying English every day and listening to Talk Ema because it helps me speak more naturally and confidently.
That's wonderful. I'm proud of you. Would you like to meet this weekend for coffee? We can practice English together and have a nice conversation.
I'd love to. Let's meet at the coffee shop near your house. Is 3 o'clock in the afternoon okay for you? That time works well for me.
3 o'clock is perfect. See how easy that was? You answered questions, made a plan, and kept the conversation moving like real friends do.
Yes, and I didn't need difficult words. Simple English helped me speak with more confidence, and I enjoyed the conversation much more.
Now let's go shopping. I'm the shop assistant. Welcome. Can I help you find something today? Tell me what you're looking for.
Yes, please. I'm looking for a black jacket in a medium size. If you have one, I'd like to try it on before I decide.
Of course. Here's a nice black jacket. The fitting room is on your left. Take your time and let me know if you need another size.
Thank you. It fits really well, and I like the color. How much is it? If the price is okay, I'll take it today.
Great job! Now imagine you're traveling and can't find the train station. Walk up to me politely and ask for directions using simple English.
Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for the train station. Could you tell me how to get there? I'd really appreciate your help.
Certainly! Walk straight ahead, then turn left at the traffic light. The station is on your right. It's only about a 10-minute walk from here.
Thank you. So I go straight, turn left at the traffic light, and then I'll see the station on my right. Thanks for your help.
Excellent. Repeating the directions is a smart habit because it helps you remember them and make sure you understood everything correctly.
I'll remember that. Asking simple questions like, how far is it? Or can you help me? Makes traveling much less stressful.
Now let's meet someone new at a party. Hi! I don't think we've met before. I'm Emma. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Hi, Emma. I'm Jack. Nice to meet you too. I came here with one of my classmates, and it's great to meet new people today.
Nice to meet you, Jack. What do you do? Are you working now, or are you still studying at U's University? I'd love to know more about you.
I'm a university student and I study engineering. It's sometimes difficult, but I really enjoy learning new things and solving problems every day.
That sounds interesting. I'm an English teacher and I also host a podcast called Talk Ema. I love helping people speak English with confidence.
That's amazing. I'd love to stay in touch and practice English together sometime. I think learning with friendly conversations is the best way to improve.
That's wonderful, Jack. You just made a new friend in English. You asked simple questions, shared a little about yourself, and kept the conversation friendly.
That felt natural. I didn't use difficult words, but I still had a real conversation. I can see that simple English works very well.
Now it's time for our listen and repeat practice. I'll say a sentence first, then you repeat it clearly. Speaking out loud is the fastest way to improve.
I'm ready, Emma. I'll repeat every sentence with you because I know practice helps me remember the words and speak with more confidence.
Great. Repeat after me. What's your name? Nice and clear. Then say, where are you from? Don't rush. Focus on your pronunciation.
What's your name? Where are you from? I can already feel my pronunciation getting better because I'm speaking instead of only listening.
Excellent. Now repeat these. How old are you? And what do you do? These are common questions that people ask in everyday conversations.
How old are you? What do you do? These questions are simple, but they help me start and continue a conversation with confidence.
Perfect. Now try these. I'd like a coffee, please. Then say, can you help me? Finally, finish with, nice to meet you.
I'd like a coffee, please. Can you help me? Nice to meet you. These polite phrases sound natural, and I know I'll use them often.
Fantastic work. Every time you repeat these sentences, your mouth and brain learn to work together. That's how speaking becomes easier over time.
I understand now. Listening is important, but speaking out loud every day helps me remember words faster and feel much more confident.
Let's learn some useful words. First is freeze. It means you suddenly can't think or speak because you feel nervous or afraid.
That happens to me sometimes. When someone asks me a question in English, I freeze for a moment, but now I'm learning how to stay calm.
Very good. The next word is confused. It means you don't understand something clearly. If you're confused, it's okay to ask someone to repeat.
Yes, sometimes people speak too fast. I can simply say, I'm sorry, could you say that again, please? That sounds polite and easy.
Exactly. Another useful phrase is I'd like. It's a polite way to ask for something, especially in restaurants, cafes, or shops.
I like that phrase because it sounds friendly. Instead of saying, I want coffee, I can say, I'd like a coffee, please.
Great. Now remember these two questions. How have you been? And what have you been up to? They're perfect when meeting a friend after a long time.
I like those expressions. They sound warm and natural, and they'll help me have better conversations with my English-speaking friends.
One more word is fitting room. It's the place where you try on clothes before buying them. And always begin with excuse me when asking strangers.
That's easy to remember. I'll say, excuse me, where is the fitting room? Or, excuse me, can you help me? Both sound polite and respectful.
Excellent. Now let's have a quick quiz. Don't worry about mistakes. Just answer naturally because every answer is another chance to improve your English.
I'm ready, Emma. I still feel a little nervous, but I'll do my best because every practice session makes me a little stronger. Laugh.
Here's the first question. If you meet someone for the first time, what simple question can you ask to learn that person's name?
I'd ask, what's your name? It's short, polite, and easy to remember, so I can use it whenever I meet someone new in English.
Great job so far. Here's another question. If you want to order food politely at a restaurant, what simple phrase should you use instead of saying, I want?
I'd say, I'd like a pizza, please. It sounds kind, respectful, and much more natural when I'm talking to a waiter or ordering food.
Perfect. Now tell me, what does freeze mean when we're talking about learning English and speaking with other people?
It means I suddenly stop thinking or speaking because I feel nervous. My mind goes blank, and I don't know what to say for a moment.
Exactly right. One more question. If you meet a friend after a long time, what can you ask to start a friendly conversation?
I can say, how have you been? Or what have you been up to? Both sound friendly and help start a relaxed conversation.
Excellent. You passed the quiz. Now, let's finish with 5 simple tips that will help you speak English more confidently every single day.
I'm excited to hear them because I really want to speak English more naturally and stop feeling nervous during conversations.
Tip 1. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Every mistake teaches you something new. Speak first, learn from your errors, and keep moving forward.
Sometimes I feel embarrassed when I make mistakes, but now I understand they're part of learning, so I'll keep speaking without giving up.
That's the right attitude. Even native speakers make mistakes. Confidence grows when you see progress instead of waiting to be perfect.
I'll remember that. Speaking a little every day is much better than staying silent because I'm afraid of making small mistakes.
Tip 2. Practice every day. You don't need hours. Just 10 or 15 minutes of listening, repeating, and speaking can make a big difference.
I can do that. I'll watch English videos, listen to Talk Ema, and repeat useful sentences every day until they feel natural.
Tip 3. Try to think in English instead of translating everything. Start with easy thoughts like, I'm walking or I'm drinking water.
I like that idea. I'll describe simple things around me in English because it will train my brain to think faster without translating.
Tip 4. Listen to native speakers and copy their pronunciation, rhythm, and expressions. This method is called shadowing, and it works very well.
So I'll pause the video, repeat each sentence, and try to sound like the speaker. That sounds fun and useful for improving my English.
Exactly. Tip 5. Be patient with yourself. Learning English takes time, so celebrate every small success and never stop practicing.
That really encourages me. I'll focus on getting a little better each day instead of expecting perfect English overnight. La.
Before we finish, can you tell everyone what we practiced today? Let's see, Shesso, how much you remember from our lesson together.
We practiced answering questions, ordering food, asking for directions, meeting new people, and using useful phrases in everyday conversations.
Wonderful summary. We also learned words like freeze, confused, I'd like, and fitting room, plus 5 easy speaking tips.
I feel much more confident now. At first, I was nervous, but after practicing with you, answering questions feels much easier than before.
That's amazing to hear. Everyone listening, remember that speaking English is a skill. The more you practice, the easier and more natural it becomes.
Thank you for joining us on Talk Ema today. We hope you learned something useful, enjoyed the lesson, and feel ready to speak more English.
If you enjoyed today's lesson, please subscribe to Talk Ema, like this videos, share it with your friends, and tell us what you learned today.
Thanks for being with us. Keep speaking, keep learning, believe in yourself, and we'll see you in the next Talk Ema episode. Goodbye, everyone.